What's up, my party people? It's your boy Darshaun Smith back again for another episode of the Positivity Hour. This one is entitled "The Concept of Survival's Guilt." Okay, and or survivor's guilt rather. Forgot to pronounce the O, but yeah, we're just gonna hop straight into it. Roll the intro and woo, bing bong. I'm joking. All right, now that we're back, we can get in.
It's the Positivity Hour.
That was so like I pressed the wrong one. Whatever. Okay, you get the point. We're just gonna talk about survivor's guilt. Okay, with the oars like a boat. But yeah. So once again, like this video, is inspired by real events and such, and recently there have just been some troubling things that have happened in my life, which obviously brings forth the concept of survivor's guilt. And it's not something I experience, alone. Rather, there are other folks out here who have varying degrees of this concept. And I think I'm about to go on a quick series of the concept of, and then just fill in the blank, and we're just going to talk about it. And yeah, so like I was saying, for like today's podcast episode number 58, I'm pretty sure if I numbered it right, it has to do with an acquaintance of mine, someone I once considered a friend, and give rides to school and such, and would interact on a daily basis because homie was my next door neighbor. This individual, the other day on the 27th of January, I'm pretty sure, was murdered, shot dead in the street. And it was kind of sad. I found out yesterday on January 28th. If you're keeping up, this is the section about like how I'm doing, and like this is what I've just been coming to terms with over these last couple days, like. And like we weren't super close at the end of things, and such, but we did speak to each other occasionally. Like I'd said on social media, the last time we talked, we was talking about like music videos and like the music he produced and like made himself, and just life in general. So I say all of that to say that, like, obviously, being that we literally come from the same area, like the same block and the same kind of not so good part of town, I feel some type of way about me waking up another day on this earth, and my man's not being here, which obviously leads to the concept of survivor's guilt. I'm so prepared for this video. I even like Googled the actual definition, okay, so we can be factual and try to keep feelings out of it. But before we do that, drink some water, y'all, okay? I swear. Because if we're going to be here another day, you might as well be living your healthy best life. But as I say all the time, tomorrow's not guaranteed, and this is a good example of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, there were so many great things this man was doing in his life. He was trying to find his own creative lane, his own outlet and such, and, the good die young, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't perfect, but like, he was trying to, do his thing, get better, you know what I'm saying? Live a good life to where, all his people were doing well. So, the Google definition of survivor's guilt, okay, is a condition of persistent mental and emotional stress experienced by someone who has survived an incident in which others died, okay? In this case, obviously, depending on your definition of the definition or how you want to view it, you may be looking at some of these things and being like, yo, Darshaun, there's no way you can be experiencing that. You didn't almost get shot. And my answer to you would be like, yeah, I did, just not in Cedar Rapids. Des Moines is crazy, y'all. But yeah, no, like I said, we was next door neighbors. We've been through some things. I've personally with my family and such and whatever, just as a African American person, in inner city, larger medium size, urban centers, we'll say. Um, like the block is hot, you know what I'm saying? Like there are so many times, like I remember like over the summer before I moved back into on campus for my second year of college. There were a couple times where like me and my whole family was sitting outside and things got a little dicey. You know what I'm saying? People got the click clacks in the all the other pow-pows, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, bro, we right here outside the street, and it's just like, like what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm over here like get my sisters inside. I ain't trying to get no one shot. You know what I'm saying? So like, it really sucks that like in this situation that like I said, like I ain't gonna act and pretend like we was best friends or whatever. And like I said, I'm from Cedar Rapids. You can Google it if you really feel so inclined. Figure out who I'm talking about and such. And it's all public information. You know what I'm saying? But out of respect, of homie, I'ma just keep it to the. Like I said, keep it to the content of this episode, and being that we are talking about some content, let's get into like how to overcome, survivor's guilt, or survivor's guilt, and like how to, or like to come to terms with it, and whatever else you want to say, because it's a real thing a lot of us are experiencing. And especially, from, people who live in, the so-called ghettos or, harder, rougher neighborhoods, we'll say, where like homicide is like a real thing. Like it's a real thing. Like you gotta, that's just around you consistently. And like, that's something you just gotta battle with on a daily basis. Like over this last summer before I moved into this apartment, like it's crazy. Like luckily no one was in this house when this happened, but like it was like the 4th of July or like sometime that week, and I'm outside with my sisters and once again my whole family and the neighbor kids down the street outside and everything, and this dude just pull up out of nowhere and start spraying and praying on this house like 4 houses down from mine. So like that's another situation. It's just like I'm extremely lucky, I'm extremely fortunate, that I don't be the one being targeted out here, because like the block is hot and they targeting, the good folks. So you got to move different, and you just got to, be grateful to see another day. So, I've had a lot of people, reach out to me over this last couple of days, and, to them I said like, thank you, but like, it's not that serious for me. Cause like, it's just someone I was close with at one point who, I wasn't too close at the end, and like pass all that energy to their family. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. Like I'll be fine. Like, but like I know them. That's a whole nother story. But we've all been through situations. Well, I can't say that. But sometimes a decent amount of us have been through some situations that have been pretty tough or whatever. From almost getting shot to losing close ones. This is just yet another person I know, or that's my age. That has just been murdered in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Like it was so serious that like during my, senior class president graduation speech, we did a whole section of naming like the 15 people that have been murdered, that was supposed to graduate in my class that day. You know what I'm saying? And it's just terrible, from the gun violence and everything else that's just going on in like Cedar Rapids especially, but like the whole world. And then, obviously you get the argument, guns don't kill people, people kill people, which, both are true, I guess, if depending on how you want to look at it. But, let's get on to the topic of how to overcome this. So how does one overcome survival's guilt? Okay, as you can hear my fan air drying my clothes in the background. Listen to it. Right there. That's I wouldn't say it's free, but it's cheaper than paying $4 downstairs for that dryer that don't work. That was the comedic relief for me. But yeah, so getting back into like how to overcome survival's guilt. Like I said, it's like what I do to overcome it is just, just use gratitude, just be grateful for all the things you have in your life, the money you obtain or the people and connections you have, or, sometimes it's the little things. As I said to someone who was asking, are you okay? You staying positive? I was like, no, but today's going to be a great day either way because I woke up today. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people look at it like, oh, that's like a shallow standard or something like that. It's like you have no true explanation or like expectation rather of like what your day should be. And it's like, man, I don't care. Like I didn't die in my sleep. like some of my family members have. I didn't get murdered yesterday or like overnight or something like that. So like I'm grateful to be here another day. Okay, it's a great day today. I don't care what happens. I woke up and we gonna make it work. Okay, that's why I stay positive so much. Because like I this is another thing you can use. Outside of practicing, being grateful for things. Active mindset of gratitude and such. You just gotta like keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like acknowledge how you got there, acknowledge what happened, acknowledge all that needs to be acknowledged. But at the end of the day, you really do just gotta like keep it pushing, because if you get caught up, you're gonna get in that circle which keeps causing stuff like that. And it's just like, especially black people, but just like people in general, we just all crabs in a barrel, and we can't see people winning for nothing. So instead of like seeing people winning and then trying to take that from them or whatever, like just figure out a way to like do it yourself, or even reach out to that person and be like, hey, like I can't offer much, but like I'll offer whatever I can to like, if you can teach me like how you got to where you got, what I'm saying? And instead of being so negative and such all the time, like we just all got to change the narrative and keep it positive, keep it pushing P, what I'm saying? I'm about to make that into a t-shirt. That's a good idea, Darshaun. Wow. Seriously, I am working on the t-shirt thing. It's crazy. I'm about to literally, after I edit this, because it's January 29th as I'm recording this, I'll post this on the 30th. Right after I'm done making this video, I'm gonna start making the 2 vlogs that are from the past. And I say all that to say that's like your number 3 way of how to overcome survival skill. First, be grateful. 2, try to change the narrative around things, just keep it pushing. And 3, or like 2.5, depending on how you want to look at it, man, just keep yourself busy with something productive. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something that makes you happy. Do something that'll progress the world rather than regress the world. And that will make you a better human at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, violence is always going to persist. You know what I'm saying? But all we can do is try to, either protect ourselves with a click-clack. I don't know what sound I made right there, but a click-clack, you know what I'm saying? But, like, at the same time, I don't really like guns and all that. I understand that people kill people, but like guns help kill a lot of people a lot faster. You know what I'm saying? And I just think there are better ways to go about protecting yourself and just like living a secure life. At the end of the day, if we all removed the systems in place to keep others down, systematically speaking, maybe some of these individuals wouldn't have to go so far out of their way or do some of the most crazy of things to like even have access to resources and such, in which they are robbing and killing for, as in money or access to cars or houses or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if our world was like a perfect utopia, we'll say, obviously I think things would be different, you know what I'm saying? But it's the fact that our world is unfair. And this is point 4, the one that I'll leave y'all with, because like I said, I like to get straight to the information and just dip after that. It's good for retention. Point 4 is it links all of those last ones together. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've lost a lot of people I've been close to, and like at one point in life or whatever it may be, and it can really get you down. And that's the whole concept of survivor's guilt. It's the fact that you're here and they're not. You went through the same thing, but somehow you survived, and because of that fact, you survived. You can do 2 things. One, you could be sad about it, go cry, either end up deleting yourself from the world and water da do dop, okay? Or you can do number 2, which is point 4 of this video, which is be the change you want to see in the world. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we was next door neighbors for like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? We've been through some things together, like at school and such, or in the streets or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you gotta be the change you want to see in the world. And I don't want any of my siblings to go down a similar path, or get caught up in some things with the wrong crowd or whatever. So like, best believe, like, I don't have time to be negative. I don't have time to be sad. I don't have time to do any of this. I got to get this money. I got to get this, education, and I got to get my people out, you know what I'm saying? And once I get my people out, don't get it twisted. If you know me at all, my biggest goal in life is to get to such a high level in life, and success and fame and money, or whatever the metric is. I want to get so freaking high that I'm just looking down at everyone like y'all some peons, like y'all some ants, okay? But I say all that to say not to be like I want to be an arrogant a-hole or something like that. I say all that to reach a hand back down and grab people by their hands, and I don't want to give free handouts, don't get it twisted, but I want to be like, hey, I'm gonna get you some of the way, but you got to work the rest, or I'm gonna show you the path. Can you make it work? You know what I'm saying? I want to be a crab that gets out the barrel, and instead of pulling another crab back down, I'm gonna help pull some other crabs back up. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, be the change you want to see in the world, and if you believe it and want it hard enough and want it well enough, we'll say whatever metric you want to say, as well as
Resist the slave mind.
you can do anything you want in this world, and that's a true fact, because especially as a guy, you are what you create for yourself. Spitting on my pop filter. I've been talking too long. So yeah, you can. The world is your oyster, no matter who you are, but especially as a guy, because you get all your value from what you create, and I just want to create the best possible circumstance for all the people I know. Both close and far, and just see everyone level up to their full potential. So thanks for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for listening. If you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcast, or even the Google one, or the other 7 it's on, this has been the Positivity Hour, the concept of Survivor's Guild. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and make sure to vote in that poll if you're on Spotify. So yeah, it's been real. Make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, hate, comment, follow, unfollow, dislike, report, share. I don't care what you do, as long as you stand positive at the end of the day. That's all that matters. It's been 17 minutes, y'all. Peace. Woo! Ha! Bonk. Also, I've been saying bing bong a lot less, okay? So I think it was okay that I said it twice in this video. In the video, Darshaun. Woo!